I found when I was a child a four-leaf clover when I was 8 years old. And I think that instilled in me the thought that I was a lucky person. When I was 18 years old, all my girlfriends decided that they were going to jet set around the world, and I thought, well, don't leave me here. I'm going to go and see what life has in store for me. And so I got on a plane and I went across to Australia. I didn't know anybody. I had $500 in my pocket, but I wanted an adventure, and it was that time of your life where you're just excited to go out and do what you want to do. The first 6 months were scary. I don't know how many times I rang my mum and said, Mum, I want to come home. And she'd say to me, Pam, look, home's always going to be here. Give it a real go. A couple of months later, I got my dream job. I was working in the Hilton Hotel, and I was hanging out with successful people. And for the next couple of years, I went and temped in every industry that was out there. And I soon realized that I really loved working in high, fast-paced industries where successful people hung out. And that's how my journey began. Until I met my husband, and then I had my son. And that's when the story changed. There was a time that I lost my way. I lost my millionaire attitude, and to be honest with you, I really didn't think I was ever going to get it back. When we went through our rough patch, gosh, it was the worst financial mess I'd ever got into in my life, and I was really good with money, but I took my eye off the ball, and we lost $80,000, and that was just the beginning, and that just took everything that we had to lose that money. And then on top of that, we had to pay all these bills and incurred a $30,000 debt on credit card. And I just couldn't see how we were going to get out of trouble. And it was a really, really scary time. And Steve had to go back to work, and he was miserable, so that made me feel really guilty. And I looked at my little boy, and I looked at those eyes, and I started crying. And I started crying because he deserved better, and I didn't want him to live the life that I put him in, because it was all my fault. And then one day I said to my husband, I said, you know what? This is not the life that I see for my son, and it's not the life I see for me. 4 weeks later, it was like a double tragedy that happened to my sister. I remember walking in the door of the unit, and the telephone rang, and I picked up the phone, and my mother was there, and she said, hi, Pam. I said, hi, Mum. She said, have you heard from Sherilyn? I said, no, why? She said, I'm not allowed to tell you, but you've got to give her a call. I rang her, and the words that came back on the other end of the phone changed both our lives forever. She had the most tragic thing happen to her in her life. And so I looked at the adversity that I was going through in my life, and then I looked at the tragedy that had happened in her life. And I thought, you know what, Pam? You've got nothing to whinge about. Get off your butt, get out there, and just do it.
Pam Brossman's new book, Your Millionaire Attitude, is absolutely brilliant. She takes you through her own life's adversity and challenges and shows you not only how she was able to overcome them, but rise herself higher and higher each and every time. Attitude really is everything, and Pam walks her walk and talks her talk.
I truly believe that success really is just an attitude. Why do I believe that? Because 18 months ago, I was living in a horrible red brick 3-bedroom unit, and I was miserable. It wasn't the life that I saw for myself, and it certainly wasn't the life that I saw for my son. But I soon realized that I could sit there and feel sorry for myself, or I could get out there and use my millionaire attitude to change the lifestyle choice that I wanted for me. Now I am living my dream. I travel around the world, I speak on people's stages, I work from home, I can spend time with my son whenever I want to. I live in an 8-bedroom house overlooking the beautiful ocean that I run along every day. And I tell you this because this is a lifestyle that you too can have. Because you know what? Everybody has it in them, but it's up to you to get out there and live the dream. And that's why it was really important for me to put action steps to help you start getting the same results in whatever area of your life that you want to change right now and succeed. In the book, I share with you the steps and strategies that I use to create a global brand in under 12 months, to think like a winner, to play a winner's game, and to think bigger. You don't have to wait to have $1 million in the bank to have $1 million lifestyle. And that's part of the reason why I wrote the book. I want you to start living the dream, and I don't want you to wait till you get $1 million to do it.